Tonight, Clark, we're going to watch some of the top young talent face off in anticipation of the NBA draft.
And because that's the case, Kevin, no shortage of GMs and front office execs here in the building. Representatives from every NBA team on hand to check this action out.
And that can obviously put a lot of pressure on these young guys. But, of course, performing when there's pressure is a big part of what they're hoping to be paid to do. So we'll get a chance here today to see who rises to the top.
And a quick look here before we tip off at the State Farm starting lineups. And guys, checking out Damian Lillard. What can we expect here?
Well, you have to love a player like Damian Lillard, who is really undersized but has no problem going up against players who are bigger and stronger than he is. He's got very little fear and a ton of skill. Pretty good combination.
He still can move like a little guy, though. I mean, he'll dance his way into the key, and just as you think you've got him hemmed up and locked in, he'll slip by you and make something good happen.
Here's Beal. The Elite's able to drain the three. And that is good.
Well, when you look at Anthony Davis, the freshman out of Kentucky, there's no question he'll be the #1 overall pick. 6'10" power forward, led the NCAA in shot blocking, almost 5 per game.
Here's Smooth. The leaner. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Well, he was boxed out, and when that happens, at some point you have to just turn and get back defensively. That time he went right over the top.
Yeah, but you go straight on the top of another player's back, that's going to be a foul call every time.
Smooth's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Here's Leonard. No good. The Elites go the other way with it. You think about the potential impact that Anthony Davis could have on a team, Clark. I mean, it's limitless.
Yeah, it really is, because he has a presence about him defensively that can impact the NBA game right now. And his offensive game is continuing to grow. I think he's as sure can't-miss prospect as there is in the draft and has been in the last 10 or 12 years. You know, the dunk was great, but I didn't care for that interior defense there, guys. It was non-existent.
You're right, Clark. It was way too easy. I don't think the coach can even look at it.
It doesn't get much easier than that. They have got to tighten up their defense. That was embarrassing.
And the Stars have possession. The Elite's able to drain the three.
You know, typically, guys, he has the body control to finish when he's in that tight. I'm not sure what happened there.
And playing in front of all these scouts, there's some pressure to that.
For most of these players, they're accustomed to the spotlight, and they've been doing this for much of their young lives.
Now, here is Robinson. Leonard kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Leads him in there. And it's Robinson that time on the assist from Kid Gilchrist. Robinson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And, you know, when you talk about this showcase game, the question is always, how much should GMs weigh this single game versus the player's entire body of work?
I've sat in that chair, Clark, and I think the entire body of work is important. You can't, as a scout or GM, you can't let one game really determine your opinion of a player.
Here's Lillard. The Elite's able to drain the three. Knocked away. Here's Smooth. The three. And again, it's the Elites from deep.
Well, they've really come out on fire with the killer instinct here. Absolutely torching it from beyond the arc.
Lillard, the pass to Beal. Here's the break. Marshall dishes to Waiters. Rebounded by the Stars. Now Lillard. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. It's his first trip to the line. Free throw good from Lillard. Sellers checked in for Leonard. The free throw is good from Lillard.
Boy, he's knocking them down. No surprise there. He's one of the premier free throw shooters in the league.
Here's Smooth. Lillard comes with the double team. Feeds it to Marshall. Davis kicks to Waiters. Just 5 on the clock. Takes it from 10. Marshall gets the bucket.
He's managing to do what everyone hopes to do, and that's really demonstrate his talent.
Yeah, it's been a good showing for him. A lot of pressure in a game like this, but it seems to have brought out the best in him.
The Stars trail by 6. Here's Lillard. The dish to Kid Gilchrist. Here's Zeller, and an emphatic dunk.
Boy, that's hard-nosed sandpaper basketball right there. A lot of little friction in there.
Oh, I love the way you described that. Nobody was going to get to the rim, but yeah.
Oh, man, with the violent putback to finish it off.
No good from the wing. And the Stars have possession. Lillard, the pass to Zeller. Dishes it to Lillard. The feed now to Robinson. Shoots over Henson. Out of bounds. The Elites take possession. And the Elites will go with a different look here. Drummond's checked in for Davis. Jones comes in. And here's Rivers. Smooth in at the 4 spot. Kendall Marshall out there with Dion Waiters. Then it's John Henson. And it's Barnes in at the 3 slot. That's the group in the game right now for the Elites. He dishes it to Rivers. Here's White. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, his passing is just a thing of beauty, guys. He knows where his teammates are on the floor at all times, and the moment one of them frees up, he seems to hit them in rhythm for an easy basket.
And Steve, you look at him, he is a banger. I mean, he really enjoys the physical aspect of the game.
The Stars making a switch here. Zeller's checked in. Gets the bucket.
You know what? I've got to admit it. I mean, I've been pleasantly surprised with how well this kid's been playing.
Well, not a guy penciled in among those top picks in the draft, but he's certainly been right at the top of his form in this game.
So it's the Stars now. The Elites able to drain the 3. And Beal kicks to Kid Gilchrist. And yes, sir, that one drops.
You know, you look at this young man, the physical tools clearly there. Length, athleticism, he's got a nice package.
So often for NBA decision makers, that's where it all starts. Something you can teach. Those physical gifts are something you either have or you don't. He has looked very comfortable from three-point land today.
Well, the bulk of his points, that's where they've come from.
Gets it to go.
Austin Rivers with the basket.
And it's 8 points for Austin Rivers.
You have a nice high percentage look right there.
Here's Smooth from downtown, and the shot is good.
That's 9 straight points coming off 3 3-pointers. The defense just getting shelled.
Steve, the threes are killing him. I think they've got to find a way to chase him off the three-point line.
Now here's Rivers. He's got 8. Rivers off a pick from Beal. Rivers dishes to White. Baseline jumper. Barnes grabs the miss.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
Some changes for the Elites. Drummond's checked in for Henson. And it's Ross in for Waiters. And then for the Stars, Lamb comes in for Beal. And Lillard subbed in for Rivers. Now, here's Marshall. Ross kicks to Barnes. Shoots over Kid Gilchrist. Barnes can't get it to go. The Stars trail by 6. Lillard, the pass to White. He passes it to Lillard. Got it. Good job in the low post.
This is exactly what you'd expect from a player of his caliber.
No, he's putting these scouts on notice. I mean, he's for real. There's no question about that.
Here's Smooth. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Not much doubt about that over-the-back call.
Yeah, he was all over his back that time. Looked like he was going for a piggyback ride.
Jones checked in for the Elites. Rivers, he's checked in for the Stars. Lamb, good. Now Marshall. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the 2nd quarter. Here's Drummond, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
Simply said, a tremendous rebound and a tremendous dunk. T-square.
He was a man possessed right there, Clark.
Yep, that's the kind of energy that you always get from him night after night.
Here's Lillard after the Elites pick up 2. The pass to Lamb. Pass to Lillard. Kicks it to Zeller. He kicks it to Rivers. Lillard, shot clock at 6. Uses the drop step. And play stops as it looks like they call over the back here. And the Elite's making a change here. Barnes is checked. Davis working against Leonard. Here's Smooth. Launches a 3. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Lillard with it. Picked up by Davis. Kid Gilchrist. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Roten. The 10-footer finds the target. And the Elites lead by 3.
Well, he can squeeze himself into the box score every now and then.
Lillard dishes to Beal. Makes the lead pass. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Back to what you were saying, you can really tell they're focused in this game.
Yeah, you sometimes can see it, and you can even feel it when you're around the team, Kevin, when everybody is zeroed in and homed in on what they need to do, and oftentimes it results in very sharp, effective play. And you know, there was a time when it might have been hard to get all the top prospects in one gym together to go head-to-head.
Yeah, fortunately, those days are in the past. For those of us who love the game, it's really such a treat to see these young players come out and compete.
He's really struggling in this quarter right now. They need to think about getting the ball out of his hand.
Now Roten. Here's Smooth. Takes the 3. And good on the basket. Smooth's got 12 points now in the quarter.
So tough to hit a 3 like that in transition.
And Lillard kicks to Beal. Leonard sets a screen for Beal. Leonard loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
They continue to barrel their way inside, and when's the defense going to adjust?
Well, I'm asking the same question myself, partner. I mean, that's 8 points out of their last 10 coming inside.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Beal gets a screen from Leonard, and Beal kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Gets it to go.
Kid Gilchrist, 2 points.
Kid Gilchrist has got 8 points.
Well, he's finally starting to get it going here offensively.
Out of bounds, the Stars will take possession.
Stars ball.
15 seconds left in the second quarter. Lillard, the pass to Leonard. Pass to Lillard. Shoots from the line. Here's Kid Gilchrist. And no good trying to get that one. And the first half ends in a close one. Elites lead by 2. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. And we now return to the Rookie Showcase. And plenty of scouts and GMs still in attendance for the second half.
Well, an exciting first half of basketball now in the books.
Yeah, they're really putting on a show and rising to the occasion so far.
On the court for the Star. Michael Kid Gilchrist out there with Thomas Robinson. And there's Bradley Beal. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Leonard in at the 5 down low. Now, here's Lillard. Feeds to Beal. Shoots the 3. Count the bucket.
That's a 3.
Beal's got 6.
Well, the thing I think people admire about him is that he's able to drop the 3 ball seemingly effortlessly. It's almost like second nature to him.
Yeah, it's natural. It's certainly not something he thinks about. I love the stroke on his shot from long range, and you certainly know something about that from his fingertips to nylon.
Wow. Look at that athletic play. Incredible.
Number 25.
We've seen a lot of big dunks in this one.
We sure have. Those young legs definitely lend themselves to highlight reel finishes. And you see Bradley Beal out of Florida, really the prototypical shooting guard in the NBA. He's got size, range on his shot. He can handle the ball. He's athletic, projected to be a high lottery pick. Yeah, just 1 for 4 here in the third quarter, so a very slow start for this club.
Here's Lillard. He leads with the rebound. Here's Smooth, and he has 28 points for the game. That's good. And if you were going to pick one question mark for Beal, it might be height. Now, this is interesting. He's got 2 older brothers who play college football. He's got 2 younger brothers who both weigh over 320 pounds apiece. But Beal, who's right in the middle, kid from St. Louis, a little undersized, and the 2 Clark about 6'4" or so in shoes.
Well, Kevin, I think you really said it all there. I mean, I will add this. He did get 7 rebounds a game in Florida. But other than that, I can't add to what you already said, Bart.
Here's Smooth. And again, it's the elites with the 3.
Fellas, they are heating up from outside now.
Yep, of their last 5 hoops, 3 of them have come from long range.
Lillard dishes to Beal. He feeds it to Lillard. Feeds it to Beal. Clock at 6. Robinson kicks to Beal. That's blocked. Here's Smooth. He's got 34. No good there with the step-back J.
You know, and the work he's been doing on the backboard, that's something to see.
Especially against this competition. He's showing he can bang down low.
Lillard with it, and it's Raiders picking him up. Leonard, no luck. The elites leading. Here's Smooth. Takes a 3. The Stars with the rebound. Kid Gilchrist has got 4 rebounds in this game.
You look around the gym, a lot of movers and shakers in attendance.
Yeah, sure are. And if you want to be seen by an NBA front office, this is the place to be. It's just one game, and you've got their full attention.
The 9-foot shot. Marshall gets the bucket. And the elites lead by 4. Here's Lillard. He's got 6. The dish to Beal. Robinson sets a screen for Beal. To the paint. Goes straight up. And it's rejected. The elites leading by 4. Here's Smooth for 3. Here's Davis. Hammers it home.
Boy, that kind of hustle you just love to see.
And it gets his teammates fired up.
Yeah, especially with the powerful slam to finish things off.
Dishes it to Beal. To stop the run. Good. Beal's got 9.
He's going to take that shot every time if he has that much room.
Then for the elites, Davis is checked in for trouble. Smooth comes in for Henson. And it's Ross in for Rivers. Rivers kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Lamb. The feet to Zeller. He dishes it to Kid Gilchrist. Wide, a screen on Barnes. Here's Kid Gilchrist. The pass to Lamb. Lamb off the pick from Zeller. Lamb passes to Zeller. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
So coming out of North Carolina, senior Tyler Zeller, a skilled and mobile 7-footer, can really run the floor. You know, he's not an explosive athlete, but he's active. And as he continues to add strength, I think this young guy has a chance to be a very good starting center in the NBA.
Lillard's checked in for Lamb. Well, going back to Zeller and his draft prospects, size does have a way of rising around draft day.
And you factor in his talent along with the size, his ability to run the floor. You can see how he's valued is well warranted. I mean, he's got a high skill level. He can shoot it. He's an excellent free throw shooter. It's hard to find quality 7-footers, and if you can get one, you usually can find good use for him.
5 to shoot. Here's Rivers. No good from outside.
Plenty of pressure in a game like this to impress. He has
now the pressure might be getting to him. But, you know, everybody's in the same boat here.
You know, he seems a little further along defensively than I expected.
And, you know, rookies who can defend are very rare commodities. This is impressive.
Freshman Michael Kidd Gilchrist, one more great prospect out of Kentucky. A tough 6'7" small forward. I love his athleticism, and his defense is terrific. the versatility he provides defensively, I think really sets him apart.
You saw a lot of them last year, including the Final Four. Yeah.
A bunch of them.
Catching up on the changes for the Stars. Leonard, he's checked in for Zeller. Robinson comes in for White, and Beal subbed in for Lillard. Barnes screen on Robinson. Lets it go with a three. And again, it's the elites from deep. And GMs love what they saw from Michael Kidd-Gilchrist of Kentucky. All energy on the court. Clark was just talking about that, Steve. What did you see?
Well, he's one of those guys who can change the culture of your team because of his work ethic and that energy that you talked about, Kevin. Anytime you get a guy who works and runs hard, it really drags other players along with him. And so that's why so many teams are excited about this kid. He just can't get a good feel for his shot at this point. That's one of the reasons they're losing.
That bucket in no time at all. Smooth's got 43 points. The Stars trail by 11. Rivers dishes to Beal. Buries it from about 10 feet away.
His ticket to the NBA is his great scoring ability.
He's putting it on display, guys. Getting buckets right and left.
Here's Smooth. 1:19 left to play in the third. He passes to Marshall. Shoots over Beal. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Leonard. He kicks it to Beal. Over Ross. Beal's shot is good.
Beal with the basket.
Beal's got 13.
A great showing for him today.
Well, you know, we talked about where he's projected to go in the draft, but with performances like this, he could be on the rise.
Here's Smooth from past the arc. And again, the elites from deep.
That's 4 of their last 5 coming from long range. This offense is cooking.
Yeah, it's rolling, really rolling. And defensively, they kept collapsing, Steve, and leaving them open. So now they're in trouble. They're in a real dilemma now. And it's great to see all the best and the brightest young prospects in one place, going at it 5-on-5.
Yeah, there's only so much you can really gather from shooting drills and running through cones. Nothing beats the real thing, that's for sure.
The Stars trail by 10. Kicks it to Leonard. Passes it to Rivers. Feeds it to Beal. Over Barnes. Here's Robinson. Another shot. And the layup is good.
Robinson, 2 points.
Robinson's got 12 in the game.
Well, not only does he excel at getting those offensive rebounds, but he's really good at getting putbacks and layups off of those boards.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day?
70.
Leads ahead, up 8. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up. And we're going to send it over to Doris Burke for the Sprite Uncontainable Game segment. Doris?
Well, Kevin, our uncontainable game in this one, the stretch by the elites. They came out at halftime on a mission and seized control of the game by putting together that big scoring run. If they can keep it going, they'll walk out with a W.
Doris, thank you. And what a Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes it tough to defend.
There's no agenda, and the ball's just moving to whoever is open. And as a result, they've kind of developed clicking hits to their game. It's been fun to watch.
Rivers kicks to Lillard. 18 feet out. Shot is off. The elites go the other way with it. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's Smooth. From outside the arc. Zeller grabs the board. And Beal kicks to Rivers. And the rebound goes to the elites. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. He feeds it to Waiters. Here's Smooth. Offline with his 3. The Stars trailing. Rivers kicks to Lillard. Over Waiters. And there's Lillard. That's good on the assist by Rivers. 10 points for Lillard. Waiters with the ball. hits the jump shot. And the Elites lead by 2.
Good job there, Kevin, getting himself a little space on the inside.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. There's the dish to Zeller. Dish is to Beal. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by the Elites. Ross has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Smooth. The tray. And it's White with the rebound. White's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Lillard. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession for the Stars. Leonard, he's checked in for Zach. Robinson comes in for White. And it's Kid Gilchrist in for Rivers.
Michael Kid Gilchrist.
Now off the inbound, and Damian Lillard gets the bucket on the assist by Robinson. That's 12 points for Lillard. Here's Smooth. Here's the 3. Rebounded by the Stars. Lillard's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Beal. There's the feed to Kid Gilchrist. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
That saw just a little bit of daylight right to the rim.
Shot's good. Waiters got 4 points this quarter.
He is always so in control, guys. Even when he's going hard to the hoop, very skilled finisher.
Here is Lillard. He dishes it to Beal. That is good.
Brady Beal with the basket.
He's really ramping it up now.
The Elites trailing. Here's Smooth. From deep. Gets it to go. Smooth's got 52 points.
Way too much time and space on that 3. He'll make that one all the time.
Well, it's a warm-up jumper, Steve, the kind that you can knock down still to this day. You're one of the best all-time three-pointers we've had in the NBA. But you got to at least run at a guy and try to challenge and distract his shot. After his poor shooting in the first, he's found a way to turn it around here, getting hot. He just stayed with it. He's consistent and patient, and now he's got a hot hand. That's now 6 straight points off open threes. Get a hand up, fellas. Pay attention to the scouting report.
You know how quickly things can go south when you start giving up wide open looks to this team.
In this game, for the players, an exciting moment.
That's right, Clark. And I'll tell you what, it doesn't get a lot of attention outside this gym, but for these young men, the importance of these games, absolutely enormous.
For the 3, and again it's the Elites from deep.
What a half they're having from beyond the arc. It's getting ridiculous.
There's no reason they shouldn't keep attacking from out there. Going on in a big way now.
I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, after the break, I listened in on what the head coach for the Stars was trying to get across in their huddle. He told his guys, I know we can do this, fellas. Let's maximize every possession and get after it and just watch. Things will go our way. Kevin?
Robinson, that's good.
I think he's done his part to try to keep him in this game. It's been a solid effort from him, guys.
Marshall passes to Davis. Marshall. Here's Smooth. Beal pulls it in. Here's Lillard. Gets it to go. Now just a 1-point Elite lead.
Hasn't had a whole lot of misses here in the quarter. Very sharp shooting right now. It's fun to watch.
To the middle. The shot's good from Henson.
That's going to be important for this team to fight over the top of screens defensively.
Yeah, you got to tag him and stay right close to him because with his touch, he doesn't need much space to get his shot off.
And Beal kicks to Lillard. Now the pass to Beal. 6 to shoot. He passes to Leonard. The Stars need to get on the shot. Beal can't get it to go. And here we go with Dion Waiters. Here's Smooth from downtown. Beal pulls it in.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty on a wide open look.
He kicks to Kid Gilchrist. That shot brings them to within just 1.
What a huge shot.
That's what happens when you knock it down late.
And that one misses. mark a big-time possession here.
I'll tell you what, their hearts have to be racing right now.
Here's Smooth. Fires the three. Can't get it to go. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Lillard dishes to Leonard. Pass to Lillard. Kicks it to Robinson. It's good! Thomas Robinson.
Kevin, that was so clutch. Now they really need a defensive stand.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Smooth. Nails the triple.
Big bucket. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. No open threes.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Lillard. It falls! A tie game. That is a huge miss right there. What a difference in this crowd right now, Clark.
Yeah, they're breathless, nervous, and quiet.
Yep, it is quiet time, Clark. You got that right. That was a huge shot.
Here's Smooth. The three won't fall.
I used to let the mic smoke. Now I'm saying I want to make sure it's full. When it's going on the phone.
They could win it. Oh, couldn't sink the shot, and we're going to overtime. Time expires, and we welcome you back to the NBA Rookie Showcase. Such a great opportunity for these young players to test their skills against their peers.
You got that right. I mean, who doesn't want to play against the best?
Well, that's why you play in the game like this, because these players want to compete against the best in the world. That's why they're all trying to get to the NBA.
All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Stars. Austin Rivers is out there with Bradley Beal. Then there's Myers Leonard. Then there's Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And it's Robinson in at the 4 slot. Lillard's checked in for the Stars. Leads trailed by 3. And Marshall kicks to Waiters. A 3-ball. Gets it to go.
Well, he can shoot the 3. We know that. But I'm not sure the D does. I mean, they weren't anywhere near him on that possession.
Lillard, the pass to Beal. Passes to Robinson.
You look around the gym, a lot of movers and shakers in attendance.
Yeah, you sure are. And if you want to be seen by an NBA front office, this is the place to be. It's just one game, you've got their full attention.
Here's Davis. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. To the inside. Here's Kidd-Gilchrist.
That's what I'm talking about. That's how you do it. Find a gap in the defense and attack that rim with force.
He is so good at doing just that.
Maybe as good as anybody. Just so athletic and strong.
And again, it's the elites from deep.
No, they're getting torched by all these open threes they're giving up.
Yeah, it's really been the biggest pitfall for this club so far tonight. So many wide open looks for the opponents.
Feeds to Beal. Over Waiters. Here's Leonard. And the rebound goes to the elites.
Myers Leonard.
They've led by as many as 11 points.
Offensively, just hammering away in the paint.
And that's 10 straight points inside, too.
Robinson pulls it in. The Stars with the lead. Here's Lillard. Oh!
Wow. At his size, he can really finish at the rim.
Yeah, and not just layups, as you just saw, folks. Wow.
Unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, able to throw it down with ease.
Beal with it, and it's Waiters picking him up. Goes up with a strike. Beal can't get it to go.
Well, the shot was there for him. He had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert. He's got to take that every time.
Henson dishes to Waiters. Here's Smooth. Good on the triple. Smooth's got 9 points in the quarter. And the crowd roaring to life.
That was a huge shot. They're just about dancing in the aisles now.
What an eruption in this building.
Leonard sets a screen for Lillard. He feeds it to Beal. goes to the elites. Waiters got his third rebound on the night. Smooth.
That's a three.
And against the elites with a three.
12 straight points coming off three-pointers. Somebody do something defensively.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, who's going to step up? I mean, they're rolling out there now, so you got to get in their chest, make them uncomfortable, and try to deny those looks.
And the foul on John Henson. That's his third foul of the game.
Well, he's boxed out. When that happens, at some point, you have to just turn and get back defensively. Time he was right over the top.
Yeah, but you go straight on the top of another player's back, that's going to be a foul call every time.
The Stars making a switch here. Rivers checked in.
Damian Lillard with the bucket.
Just under 3.5 minutes played in the extra period here. Smooth.
Three-pointer.
Buries the triple.
25.
Now Rivers. Now the dish to Lillard. And now we've got the intentional foul. The Stars making a switch here. Beal's checked in. Just a tiny lead for him.
Yeah, but a chance to make it grow here.
Now a timeout called by the Stars. They're behind by 2. There's 18 seconds left in overtime. What's your take?
Well, what do you think, Clark? You go for the 2 or the 3 here?
I don't think you choose one or the other ahead of time. I think you try to take what's available. You get the best shot as quickly as you can.
Dishes to Kid Gilchrist. Kid Gilchrist gets a screen from Lillard. Here's Kid Gilchrist for the win. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. So it's the elites taking the W in the first one.
112.
Give me that beat.
Good performance tonight out there. As the GM of the Cleveland Cavaliers, I'd like to thank you for taking a moment to answer some questions for us. We have the 4th overall pick, as well as the 24th overall, and are considering using one of those selections on you. As a younger team, I feel like we have a lot of opportunities for you. I'm here to tell you that you have a chance to be our franchise centerpiece if you put in the work. How many other teams can offer you that? That being said, we still have a couple years ahead of us where we're going to be acquiring young talent and assets. We might struggle a bit in those years. Are you going to be able to remain focused during the rebuilding years?
Definitely. Definitely. Look, it's clear to me that you guys have a plan. Rebuilding is a means to an end, and you need players who are going to stick it out through both the good times and the bad. If you believe in me, I believe in you and what you're trying to do here. Look, we both just want to win, right?
Okay, last question. Obviously, here in Cleveland, we are a team that is looking to turn things around as we build toward the future. We have some pieces at point with Kyrie and some young guys up front, but there are immediate opportunities to step in and contribute as a perimeter player. Would you be comfortable with the responsibility of stepping right into a significant role on the wing?
Man, believe me, I would have zero problem stepping in and being a factor for you guys. If I'm not contributing early on, then I know I'm doing something wrong. I know I'm one of the best players in this draft, if not the best player. And if I'm not making waves early on, then I've let myself down.
That's great. Those answers were music to our ears. With any luck, you'll fall to us in the draft. Greetings. I'm the GM and Director of Player Personnel for the Bobcats. We have the second pick in the draft, and I'm considering using it on you. I'd like to ask you a couple questions real quick if you don't mind. Well, it's true that our team has a lot of needs. I really feel like a small forward to build around is what would help us the most at this point. I'm going to be looking at all of the available wings in the draft, but I really wanted to get the chance to talk to you first. I just love your game. Tell me, what can you provide to the Charlotte Bobcats?
I can provide the talents that you can build around for the future. Honestly, I feel like you need to sell me on Charlotte rather than the other way around. What I've heard about it, I love. At the 3, I'm versatile enough to back someone down if need be. And I feel really comfortable stepping out and taking the tray as well. I'm tough to guard, and that's been a strength for every team I've ever played for.
Interesting. Next question. What do you think you'll bring to a franchise as far as marketability?
Man, I bring a smile, a hard work ethic, and some really bad dance moves, man. I feel like people can really relate to me, really get behind me, feel me?
Okay, I think I've heard all I needed to hear for now. You're definitely someone we can use on our team. Now we just need you to be available when it's our turn to pick.
Hello, I'm the general manager for the Portland Trailblazers, and I'd like to thank you for meeting with us. We have a pair of picks in the lottery at the 6th and 11th slots and would like to ask you a few questions. This question is a tough one to ask, as there really isn't a right or wrong answer. Over the last couple of years, we've had entire seasons washed out by insurmountable injuries. As a franchise, we're becoming more conscious on injury histories and what that means for our draft picks. What can you tell us about your injury history, and more importantly, your ability to play through pain?
Fortunately, I've been blessed with good health, man. I think the worst injury I've ever had was a sprained ankle, you know? I picked up some knocks over the years, but it's never held me back in practice or in games. I feel like I'm a safe pick for you guys in that regard.
Next question. If you were a GM, where would you draft yourself in this draft?
Easy. I'd draft myself top 3 without giving it a second thought. I may not look like it right now, but I guarantee you people will look back on this draft and ask themselves, what were all those teams thinking when they passed on this guy? Guarantee it, baby.
Great answers. I really think you'd fit in great with us. Here's hoping we're able to draft you with our pick.
Good evening and welcome to the 2012 NBA Draft. Tonight marks the realization of a dream for some of the best young players in the world, a reward for their many years of dedication and hard work. It's also a time of extraordinary hope and excitement for our fans and our teams. I know the young men hoping to hear their names called tonight just can't wait to join the NBA family. So let's get started. With the first pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the New Orleans Hornets select Anthony Davis from the University of Kentucky. With the second pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the Charlotte Bobcats select the small forward from Boston College.
Guys, I'm ready to show what I got. NBA, here I come, baby. It's now or nothing.
Gotta love the positive energy in his first NBA game, folks. Now the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. Along with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see the Charlotte Bobcats defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. This game against Indiana, the first time they've met this year. Well, you look at last year, they just could not find their footing, guys, against this team. They dropped all 3 games during the season.
And having to see each other 4 times like these two will this season, I know they'd each like to make a statement in this first contest.
State Farm presents the starting 5. A look at who we've got on the floor to begin things for the Indiana Pacers. George Granger and last are 2 through 4. George Hill out smooth, comes in off the bench for his first playing time in an official NBA game.
He's one of the players who got a ton of attention leading up to the draft, and rightfully so. He's an amazing talent.
Yeah, you know, Steve, he was high on every team's wish list. You knew somebody was going to make him a first-round draft choice, and this is it, his chance to show what he's capable of.
And as for the point Steve just made, Clark, do you think there is a little bit of added pressure in the first game of a season series of this league?
Well, you know what, Kevin? I think the first game in any series is the biggest and most important game. So from that standpoint, yes. But with 3 games to follow it, it certainly isn't make or break.
Teams always like to set a tone, don't they?
Yeah, you like to send a message if you can.
Hill kicks to George. On the wing, can't get it to go. So the Bobcats will take it the other way. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Earlier I spoke with Frank Vogel. We talked about the impact players on these 2 teams, the ones who can take over a game single-handedly. And he told me that Michael Kidd Gilchrist may already be in that category. He said he's a guy we've got to account for. He's just so relentless. If you're not ready to match his intensity level, he'll make you look bad. And Kevin, he said if they can limit his impact on the game, that will certainly help.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Gordon outside. Hill pulls it in.
They may have to start looking for some other options because he's really struggling out there.
George up top. Coming off a stellar performance against Toronto. Granger with the bucket. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Smooth. Fires from deep. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Smooth's got 7.
They call him Smooth. The D just can't get a handle on him.
Hill kicks to Granger. 2 on the clock. No good trying to beat the buzzer. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close.
19.
Come out and join the crowd. Watch your Bobcats live.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And what do you guys think about the Bobcats here in this one?
It was a pretty solid first quarter for this club. They
Last outing for Indiana. They won that game against the Raptors in Toronto.
Well, they owned the boards at both ends of the floor in that game. I thought that was what won it for them more than anything else.
Well, that was the one area they knew they could exploit in the matchup, and boy, did they ever exploit it.
Smooth. He's in a power forward. Ben Gordon out there with Kemba Walker. Then there's Michael Kidd Gilchrist, and it's Haywood in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Bobcats 5.
You know, the Bobcats seem to have had some momentum in 2010 when the franchise made its lone playoff appearance, but they seem to have sputtered out after that and now are clearly in full rebuild mode.
Now you can see why the defense is willing to let him take that shot. That's really not his range.
Here's Smooth. The 3 is launched. Danny Granger pulls it in. Back to the last and only playoff showing for the Bobcats. They did seem to be a team on the rise that year, but unfortunately, Steve, they just couldn't keep it going.
Well, they couldn't keep the talent together. Remember, they had Tyson Chandler, they had Jared Wallace. They had guys who were pretty highly paid, and they decided to cut back on expenses. And kind of retool with some future draft picks. And unfortunately, that's a long process sometimes.
The pass to George. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Hill passes to Granger. On the top of the key. Bobcats with the rebound. Outside, Walker. Over Granger. Shots good by Walker. Walker's got 8. Pacers trail by 8.
You know, I think Kemba Walker's excellent balance and nimble feet set him apart. I mean, and some attribute that to his background in dance. I mean, he studied it extensively from a young age, even performed at the Apollo Theater as a kid on a number of occasions.
Here's George. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. George has got his first basket. Bobcats leading by 6. And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the half. Smooth. No good. The Pacers have gone just 33% for the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. It's 3 of 9. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thanks, guys. The Pacers' Roy Hibbert working hard to improve. An all-star for the first time last season. One thing that
And so we wrap up the first half. Bobcats lead by 6.
33.
And coming up after the break, it'll be Damon Bruce breaking down all the highlights from the first half of play.
Now, presented by Sprint.
With a few games of the new season already under our belt, we're back in the NBA.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. He's in Smooth, really having a great game.
Normally, he's not the guy that's...
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Pacers trail by 7. On the court right now for the Pacers. Green is out there with George Hill. Then there's Ian Mahinmi. Then there's Jeff Pendergraft. And it's Granger in at the small forward position.
He just can't get a good feel for his shot at this point. That's one of the reasons they're losing.
Walker's shot is off.
He's laboring out there right now, guys. The shot has not been falling for him this quarter.
You know, the Pacers as a franchise had a slow start when they joined the NBA in the mid-'70s, but from the 90s until today, Kevin, they've been a pretty consistent presence in the playoffs.
Offensive rebound, outside Hill. Tries again, and he hits the jumper for 2.
They've gotten some good second chances here in the second half, and that kind of extra effort will go a long way into cutting into this deficit.
Yeah, you're right, Clark. Some great teams those Pacers had in the 90s. Still, the team is looking for the first title, Steve, in the NBA. They won.
Had multiple ABA titles.
Exactly. Good point. Steve, they're trying to do it now in this one.
Well, they've been close, but they just haven't been able to get over the hump. A little bit like the Phoenix Suns in the West. You know, 2 franchises that have been very, very good, but just haven't been able to win the big one.
Shots good by Walker.
They saw just a little bit of daylight and went right to the rim.
Hill dishes to Mahinmi. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter. Deep 2 from Hill. They get the rebound. Granger. The shot is off.
I can't figure out, guys, what's going on with him this quarter. I mean, he hasn't gotten one shot to drop.
Here's Smooth. And the Bobcats another 3.
I love the flow that they've been playing with offensively tonight. This is an impressive performance.
Well, and that lead they have just continues to grow and grow.
Hill kicks to Granger, working on Williams. He feeds it to Mahinmi. Hewitt covering. 6 to shoot. Outside, Green to stop the run. And the rebound goes to the Bobcats. Outside, Walker from deep. No good on the buzzer beater. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Bobcats out in front. They lead by 13. 2K Sports, back in a moment here at the Time Warner Cable Arena in Charlotte.
Coming up next Monday, Danny Granger and the Indiana Pacers go up against Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs. Don't miss it.
As the fourth quarter gets going, let's swing it over to Doris Burke to find out who's had the Sprite uncontainable game. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. We've seen an uncontainable game from Smooth. He's been a game changer for his team and provided...
Pacers shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Smooth in at the 4 spot. Sessions out there with Henderson. Then it's Byron Mullins. And it's Taylor in at the small forward. That's the Bobcats 5.
And for Roy Hibbert, no player has improved any more than he has. Having watched him from college at Georgetown until now, you've got to be impressed with his dedication to remake himself athletically. It didn't come easily for him. When he arrived in college, he couldn't do 10 push-ups, Kevin. They said he had to learn to run. He's done a tremendous job. Add mobility, strength, and confidence to his game, mobility and strength to that big frame.
That's a great story.
It is.
Some nice passing here by Indiana. Hill kicks to Hibbert. Backing him down. Smooth snatches it inside. Mullins passes to Taylor. Now the dish to Sessions. From deep. The shot will not go.
This guy's a good three-point shooter, but that was probably from a little bit too far.
Yeah, not what I would call working to get the best shot either.
So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night. These guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dreamlike games for a coach.
That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us.
Point out the bounce. Show me the bounce. Yeah. Just point out the bounce. Yeah. Timbo King. Yeah. Young Hope King. Yeah. Just point out the bounce. Yes. Just point out the bounce. Yeah. Listen. Rumor has it the Blueprint Classic couldn't even be stopped by September 11th marks the era forever of the revolutionary Che Guevara.